Chapter 14. The Hero of Haarlem. Many years ago in Holland, there was a place called Haarlem. It was one of the main and important cities of Holland. In Haarlem, there lived a sunny-haired boy named Huss Brinker, who was gentle and soft-spoken. His father was a sluicer, pronounced sluicer, and his work was to open the sluices, large wooden gates that control the amount of water that shall flow through them and into the city in the mornings and close them at nights. The waters are angry because my sluices stop them from coming into Haarlem, his father would always say. बहुत साल पहले हॉलैंड देश में हार्लेम नाम की एक जगह थी। ये हॉलैंड के मुख्य और महत्वपूर्ण शहरों में से एक थी। हार्लेम में हस ब्रिंकर नाम का एक सुनहरे बालों वाला लड़का रहता था। वह बहुत नम्र और शांत स्वभाव का था। उसके पिताजी एक स्लुइसर थे, जिनका काम था सुबह को स्लुइस, बड़े लकड़ी के दरवाजे खोलना और रात को बंद करना। वे कहा करते, पानी गुस्से में होता है, क्योंकि मेरी स्लुइस उसे हार्लेम में आने से रोकती है। As you can imagine, this was a very important job because if too much water came into Haarlem, everything would be washed away and everyone would drown. Holland is an amazing place since a lot of the land is lower than the level of the sea, and so the waters are stopped from flooding the land by using small and strong dikes, dams and sluices, which were often under pressure of the water. ये काम बहुत जरूरी था, क्योंकि अगर ज्यादा पानी आ जाए तो पूरा शहर बह सकता था और लोग डूब सकते थे। हॉलैंड एक अनोखी जगह है, क्योंकि वहाँ की बहुत सी जमीन समुद्र से भी नीचे है। वहाँ के लोग डाइक, बंधे और स्लुइस बनाकर पानी को रोकते हैं। ये स्लुइस और डाइक रात को सबसे ज्यादा दबाव में होती थी, especially at night since the high tide would make the waves bigger and stronger. Even the little children in Holland knew that if any sluice valve broke, they would all be killed by the powerful water. One lovely afternoon, 8-year-old Huss was asked to carry some cakes to a blind man who lived far out in the country on the other side of the dike. The little fellow met his old friend, and after an hour, he bade him farewell and started on his homeward walk. On his way back, Huss noticed how the autumn rains had swollen the waters. Even while humming his childish song, he thought of his father's strong old gates and thanked God for the strong wood and thought, क्योंकि समुद्र की ऊंची लहरें आती थी। हॉलैंड के छोटे छोटे बच्चे भी जानते थे कि अगर कोई स्लुइस टूट जाए तो पूरी बस्ती डूब सकती है। एक दिन, एक प्यारी दोपहर, 8 साल का हस एक अंधे बूढ़े व्यक्ति को केक देने गया, जो डाइक के पार गांव में रहता था। काम पूरा करने के बाद वो वापस लौट रहा था। रास्ते में वह पानी के बढ़ते स्तर को देख सोचने लगा, If the dikes ever broke, where would father and mother be? These pretty fields would all be covered with the angry waters and all of us would be underwater. And with these thoughts, Huss bent to pick the pretty flowers that grew along his way home. Sometimes he stopped to throw some flower seeds in the air and watch it as it floated away. Sometimes he listened to the rabbit in a bush speeding through the grass. But he always smiled when he remembered the smiling face of his blind old friend. Suddenly, Huss stopped thinking. Something he heard scared him so much that he could not hear anything else. In the setting sun, just as he was getting ready to run to his home, which was far away still, he was terrified by the sound of trickling water. अगर ये डाइक टूट जाए तो माँ पिताजी कहाँ होंगे? वह सोचते हुए फूल चुनता गया, बीज उड़ाता गया। लेकिन तभी सूरज डूब रहा था। तभी उसे टप-टप पानी गिरने की आवाज आई। उसने ऊपर देखा। डाइक में एक छोटा सा छेद था और पानी रिस रहा था। Where did it come from? He looked up and saw a small hole in the dike through which a tiny stream of water was flowing. Any child in Holland would be horrified at the thought of a leak in the dike. The boy understood the danger at a glance. That little hole, if the water were allowed to trickle through, would soon be a large one, and a terrible flood would be the result, and Haarlem would be soon destroyed. Quick as a flash of lightning, Huss saw his duty to Haarlem. Throwing away his flowers, the boy climbed up the dike until he reached the hole. कोई भी हॉलैंड का बच्चा समझ सकता था कि ये कितना खतरनाक है। हस ने झट से फूल फेंके और डाइक पर चढ़ गया। His chubby little finger was thrust in, and the flowing stopped. Ah, he thought, with a chuckle, the angry waters will stay back now. Haarlem shall not be drowned while I am Herald. Wasn't this a wonderful and brave act? Well, it isn't over. This was all very well at first, but the moon came up rapidly. The air became chilly and cold like a freezer. Our little hero, Huss, began to tremble with cold and fear. Mother, Wader, he shouted loudly. He screamed, come here, but no one came. All had gone to sleep. The cold became worse, and now the tired little finger became blue and numb. In over an hour, the cold got into his hand and entire arm, and soon his whole body was filled with terrible pain. उसने अपनी उंगली उस छेद में डाल दी और पानी आना रुक गया। लेकिन धीरे धीरे रात हो गई, ठंडी हवा चलने लगी। हंस ठिठुरने लगा। माँ, पिताजी, उसने चिल्लाया, पर कोई नहीं आया। घर पर माँ सोच रही थी कि हंस कहीं बाहर खेलकर सो गया होगा और अब उसे डांट पड़ेगी। उसकी उंगली नीली और सुन्न हो गई थी। He shouted again, will no one come? Mother, Wader, alas! His mother had already locked the doors and had decided to scold him the next morning for spending the night with blind Jensen without her permission. Hungry and cold, Huss tried to whistle. Perhaps some night watchman might hear him and help him, but his teeth chattered so hard that it was impossible to even whistle. Finally, Huss turned to the sky and begged God for help. And at that time, Huss decided, I will stay here till morning, but won't take my finger out from the dike. I will not let Haarlem suffer. उसने फिर चिल्लाया, फिर प्रार्थना की, हे भगवान, मेरी मदद करो। फिर उसने फैसला लिया, मैं उंगली नहीं हटाऊंगा, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए। मैं हार्लेम को डूबने नहीं दूंगा। The midnight moon looked down upon that small, lonely boy, sitting upon a stone, halfway up the dike. His head was bent, but he was not asleep, for every now and then one little hand weakly rubbed the other arm that appeared as if joined to the dike, and often Huss turned quickly at some sounds of animals running around, or then imagined sounds of his parents coming to take him away to his warm bed along with his naughty brothers and sisters. If he drew away that tiny finger, the angry waters would rush forth and never stop until they had swept over the town. No, he would hold it there till daylight if he lived. Huss was not very sure of living. He had no strength left to even pull out his finger, even if he wished to. पूरी रात चांद की रोशनी में एक छोटा सा बच्चा डाइक पर बैठा था, ठंड में कांपता हुआ, डरते हुए, पर बहादुरी से अपनी उंगली उस छेद में डाले हुए। अगर वो उंगली हटाता तो तेज पानी आता और पूरा शहर डूब जाता, लेकिन उसने उंगली नहीं हटाई, वो वहीं बैठा रहा। At daybreak, a man thought he heard groans as he walked along on the top of the dike. Bending, he saw, far down on the side, a child almost fainting with pain. In the name of God, boy, what are you doing there? He screamed. I am stopping the angry waters from destroying our Haarlem, was the simple answer of our little hero. Tell my parents to come quickly, he said with a weak smile. Not only did his proud parents come, but the whole city of Haarlem thanked little Hus for saving the lives of thousands of sleeping people while risking his own life. Till today, the people of Haarlem remember little Hus and his amazing bravery. सुबह एक आदमी डाइक पर चला जा रहा था जब उसे कराहने की आवाज आई। नीचे झांककर उसने देखा, अरे बच्चे, यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो? हस ने जवाब दिया, मैं हार्लेम को बचा रहा हूँ। फिर उसने कहा, मेरे माता पिता को बुलाइए। पूरा शहर आया। उसके माता पिता दौड़कर आए। फिर तो पूरे हार्लेम शहर ने हस को धन्यवाद दिया। उसने अपनी जान जोखिम में डालकर हजारों लोगों की जान बचाई।